What's the dumbest thing you did that actually worked? I was a sophomore in high school when my AP World History teacher, Mr. Vargas, announced our semester project. A 15-page research paper on any historical event before 1900 hours, worth 40% of our final grade. Due in 6 weeks. No problem, I thought. 6 weeks was practically forever. Cut to 11 p.m. the night before it was due. I had exactly 0 pages written and a Wikipedia-level understanding of the French Revolution, my chosen topic. My mom had asked about my progress for weeks, and I'd been responding with vague, "It's coming along, great lies," that had now caught up with me. I am monumentally screwed, I whispered to myself, staring at the blank Word document. The cursor blinked mockingly. I did the math. 15 pages, roughly 4,000 words in under 9 hours. Impossible. Especially since I needed to include proper citations, analysis, and coherent arguments about historical events I barely understood. That's when I had what I can only describe as a complete mental breakdown disguised as a brilliant idea. Mr. Vargas was old school. He demanded physical papers, printed and stapled. "I don't trust email," he'd say. "Technology fails. Paper endures." My plan was simple and incredibly stupid. I would submit 15 pages, but only the first 3 and last 2 would contain actual content. The middle 10 pages would be nothing. Just blank paper with page numbers. He's got like 180 students, I reasoned to myself. He's not going to read through every single paper thoroughly. He'll skim the intro, check a few middle pages, read the conclusion, and move on. I poured everything into crafting an immaculate introduction and conclusion. My thesis was crystal clear. My opening paragraphs were engaging. My conclusion tied everything together beautifully, referencing points discussed earlier that didn't actually exist. I even created a comprehensive bibliography with 20 sources I hadn't read. At 5:30 a.m., I printed my masterpiece of deception. Pages 1 to 3 were brilliant. Pages 4 to 13 were blank except for headers and page numbers. Pages 14 to 15 wrapped everything up eloquently. Walking into class, my heart was pounding so hard I thought it might trigger the school's earthquake protocol. I placed my paper in the stack on his desk, trying to look casual while my soul left my body. "Wilson, you look terrible," Mr. Vargas said. "Up late finishing the paper," I replied, which wasn't technically a lie. "Must be good then," he said with a smile that felt like a knife to my guilty conscience. For 2 weeks, I lived in constant fear. Every time Mr. Vargas looked my way, I was convinced he was mentally preparing my academic execution. Then came the day he returned our papers. "Overall, I'm disappointed," he announced to the class. "Many of you clearly rushed these. Some of you should consider different electives next year." He placed my paper face down on my desk. I couldn't look. When I finally flipped it over, I saw a red B+ scrawled at the top with a note, "Strong beginning and conclusion, but your middle section lacks the detailed analysis promised in your introduction. Your writing shows potential." He had actually given me a B+ for a paper that was 70% blank. Later that semester, when we had our one-on-one conferences, Mr. Vargas told me he expected great things from me in the future. "Your writing has a clarity many adults lack," he said. I nodded, smiling through my crushing guilt. 15 years later, I'm a professional writer. I've never missed a deadline since that day, and every page I submit is fully written.